All right, hey guys, Jason here. We're sitting here and we're going to talk for a second, putting some stuff together about my backup field processing kit that we're going to just keep in the truck. Two reasons for that. One is if I go out and I hunt in the morning and I use my setup I have, put deer in a cooler or hogs in a cooler, and I want to go back out that afternoon, it's just quick and easy to grab this to run. Also, there's times that I'm not too far from the truck, or if I got to go back and I'm going to grab my pack to pack them out, or some places if I need to grab my jet sled or whatever the case is. Again, it's just easy to have a spare. So this is almost a duplicate of what I carry in my pack. The only difference being in my pack I carry that Hogue XL version of that Magna Cut knife, the orange one. I'll put a link in here. I can't not remember the name of it. It's a crazy, ridiculously stupid, expensive $200 knife, but I love how thin, slicey, and that Magna Cut steel. So for me, it was worth it. I love having it. It's amazing. I cannot say enough good things about that knife, but you don't need to go that crazy. For this set that's going to be in the kit as my backup set, I'm using just a $8. This is a number 8. I believe I'm pretty sure it's number 8. I think so, because I just said it in a different video. Is it 8? It is 8. So it's a number 8 scalpel. It's like a $10, $8, or whatever it is, scalpel holder that takes Havalon blades. Okay, and then I got 5 Havalon blades with me. Now, when you buy Havalon blades, when you buy a 12 set of blades, they come in this plastic tube. So in this plastic tube, I can fit this, which I can put any one of those 5 blades on, and I have a perfect Havalon knife right there ready to go. And it's a perfect ultralight setup that I can use for this that works really good, and I like it. So this is my setup again for the spare set, and as you can see, it all fits right inside of one of those tubes perfectly for an ultralight, weighs nothing, compact, and I technically got I got 5 knives in this thing right here, five new blades and a scalpel right there perfectly. Plus the plastic case is nice to take your old blade, so when your blade is used and it's done, you obviously can't fit it in here with this. It's okay to take that blade and put it right back in the plastic in that tin, this tin foil stuff. You can stick that blade right back into this. Take one of these out, peel it open, split it like this, and you peel it open, and then you put the blade on your knife. Use it when you're done, pop the blade off, put it back in this, and then when you get home, throw it out. So really works excellent for that kind of a combination in here too. So like I said, that's my setup that's going in my spare kit right here. But realistically, this is like a $18 setup when you talk about the blades and that Havalon scalpel, number 8 scalpel. We got that. We are also going to talk about my arrows here at the end of this for a second. Some little changes there for you. We carry a unscented 13-gallon trash bag is what this is. I believe they're 13-gallon. I think we got more of them right here. What is this size? 13-gallon, yes. 13-gallon unscented trash bag. The reason I want this is if I'm going to pack the meat out inside my pack, I can put the meat inside of here, and I don't have to get my pack all bloody. It's going to protect it all the way till I get there, and then even in my cooler, I don't have to pull stuff out of my cooler or worry about it getting all bloody in my cooler. Everything is combined in this simple garbage bag. It works. It works really good. I also carry a actual extra large pillowcase. You buy these as a 2-pack from Walmart for $8, but it's an extra large pillowcase. And if I'm not going to pack it and I'm going to throw it over my shoulder and carry the meat out like Santa Claus, this has the strength to do that, and I will do that. I also, by having both of these, gives me the option to, if I shoot a really big deer or a really big hog, fill my pack full of the meat that I can fit in this bag and stuff my pack full, put the rest in here and carry that out over my shoulder and or even strap it to the outside of my pack. But it gives me the option, or if I double up and I kill a deer and a hog, I have the option to pack both out. One in my pack, one over my shoulder. So it's a perfect setup. Obviously need a pair of gloves. My advice on gloves: buy oversized. Like, these are large. They suck. They drive me nuts. I cannot wait till I am done with them because they are so hard in the humidity down here. Now in Michigan they work fine, but down here in the humidity, trying to get them on and off your hand, get them on your hands to fit right, get as big as you can. If you wear a size medium, buy a large. If you wear a large, get an extra large. Just give you some room inside of these to fit them on there better and get them on there. But buy good nitrile gloves. Harbor Freight has usually got the best gloves and the best deals. So I highly recommend them from Harbor Freight. But you got to have a set of those. Now, all of this whole kit will fit inside this quart size Ziploc bag right here like this. So we can basically take our pillowcase, which is the thing we may or may not need when we're doing it. Brand new one here. We just stick this right in here, and we're just going to fit this stuff into this. Simply put it right inside of here in this little quart size bag. Might take me an extra minute with my finger. Okay, that little Havalon fits right in there. This garbage bag fits right in here too. And then we roll these gloves up and stick them in here, and this whole set fits right in here, nice, neat, and compact, right inside of this little bag. Squish it down to get the air out of it, and there it is. That is my field kit right there. This is a spare field kit. I have the same one duplicated in my pack. The only difference is in my pack I have that Hogue X-Tang XL knife or whatever it is. I'll link it. And then I also have a ceramic Lansky rod inside of there too. And I have a wet wipe in there. But this is a spare. This will go under the seat of my truck. And it's just there if I need it, ready to roll at all given time. So something sweet, simple, and easy. As for the arrows, I haven't changed anything in the arrow design. We are still shooting a 500 spine gold tip blem shaft. We are using now this has still got a brass one in here, but I'm using the Ethics Archery's 3-inch long 200 grain stainless steel inserts in there. And then I have a 250 grain Razor 1.5-inch wide broadhead on here. So I got 450 grains right in this section of that arrow. But what the main thing, these are only 27-inch arrows. I draw 26 inches, 25.5 to 26. And just a gold tip knob, 3 fletched. I chop my own. These are high back as I can make them. And we are using for these parabolic, and these are, I chop them as a 4-inch and I cut a quarter off. So they're about 3 3/4 inch long feathers that are on here, and they're kind of cut high back. What I'm doing differently is rather than put the nice white section here and take the time to actually put the cresting rings on there, which I did with a Sharpie, and then spray over them with acrylic. I don't have the time and energy to do that stuff anymore, and I'm going through arrows like water here because I'm putting a lot more animals on the ground down here with hog season. I think I've killed 13 hogs so far this year already, and we just, deer season just started. But we are doing the, so rather than get all fancy with these, it is just a brightly colored wrap chartreuse, or white is fine with me because I want to see that. Bright colored 3 fletch. Next time I build arrows, I might actually go a little bit smaller, maybe make this feather a little bit shorter. And I might actually go to, I might buy a 3-inch chopper, set it up as high back, and cut it at like 2 3/4 inch and run 4. That way I don't have to worry about feeling for my knock indexer, and I can just hit it and come in and get it right away. However, the thing that does worry me about that a little bit is I do like to actually knock index my shafts with carbons. So I'll shoot them, and if I get, when I bear shaft shoot them, if I don't like the flight, I will index that knock on there and try and get that knock set right. So I don't know if I want to go 4 fletch or not on there. It wouldn't cost any more money because you're going with a smaller feather, so you could get 2 out of a feather. So I'm not too concerned about that. That's something for another time. But I went simple, no more crazy cresting, just a bright, wrap, which I've always used, bright feathers. And then we are running a glow-in-the-dark, reflective, not glow-in-the-dark, but reflective wrap here and a wrap here. Those white or gray, as you're seeing it, those are reflectors so that I can see them at night with a flashlight, and a white knock. But that is how we're setting up our arrows and what we're running for pretty much from now on as I make them. Just much cleaner, quicker, and simpler. I just don't have the time and the energy anymore to get too involved in this stuff, especially when I'm going through arrows as much as I am. And when I say going through them, I don't necessarily mean I'm losing them. I'm just saying that I got to refletch them or they're getting beat up too bad. Matter of fact, this is one ready to go. Let me show you my quiver. My bow is sitting right here. And we technically, this is what I mean. This is what my feathers look like all the time. Okay, we got one good one right here still that we haven't shot. We were testing where we wanted to put the wraps on, but I mean, this one was from that hog that, you know, I got to still get them to, but I mean, you can see the condition of this stuff. Okay, that's what I mean. They just look at, compared to a nice new one right here, compared to what we're looking at here. Like I said, I'm just going through and reflection, and arrows just getting destroyed from going through animals so much that it's gotta, you know, something's gotta give there. Also, another little tip for you guys that you may or may not see that I just started doing this year. See this little tab right here? That is a piece of 93 Kydex, 093 Kydex, and it's kind of tucked up in there. I can pull this out like that, and then I can use that and hang it on my rope that I have on my tree that my, you know, my harness is connected to, and I can hang that on there and hook my quiver right on there for when I'm in a tree stand if I want to while I'm up there. When I don't want to use it, I can just simply push it up in there and it's out of the way. That's what that little tab is. You can see it just kind of buried and hides right up there. It's Kydex. I make Kydex, so I molded it to kind of fit. It's about that long, you know, so it goes up in there about that far. And it just comes down wherever I need, and boom, and then I can hang my quiver right on there just like that. So cool little tip for you. So there you go. Questions, comments, anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.